remembers that? See that right there? That's the end of Super Mario 3. In order to get to that point where you beat the game, save the princess, you had to do what? You had to get big, acquire a raccoon tail or a fire flower, call those tools. You had to get extra men because you had to learn the lessons of the game. You got to learn what traps to avoid and what things that you may go through, and that comes through trial and error. So extra men provide trial and error, right? Lastly, you had to get rewarded for what you were doing. That's why Mario collected coin. So in today's video, we're going to talk about some of the foundational tools that are going to help you make more and live more. And, Super Mario 3 and how that storyline relates. All right, let's go. So hey good people, today we're talking about enhancing your tool belt by adding to the foundational tools that are going to help you make more and live more as it relates to your life and career. And we were talking about Mario 3 earlier, so I asked you this question. Can you beat the game with just a hammer as your tool or a raccoon tail? Now, there's probably a handful of people that are capable of doing it, but the vast majority, not so much. And that's the same thing as it relates to your life. You're going to need more than one tool and one skill set in order to get to the level that you want to get in your career and have the life that you desire. And there's two types of tools that you want to add to your belt. You have tangibles and intangibles. You'll need both. Now let's look at the first one for careers, which is make yourself more valuable. You got to be the MVP, baby. So one of the tangible items that you can do as far as making yourself more valuable is to get a degree or get a certification. Those things I call upskilling. Another thing you have to do is learn more than just your position. Commonly we focus on, I'm not about to do anybody else's work, this is my work, I'm only doing what I'm paid to do. And that right there, while it's good thinking, I get it, that's not going to help you. People that are considered valuable are people that know more than just their own position. Not to say that you have to do the work of the other person, but to know it gives you the intellect to be able to speak about it and talk about it, and you'll be perceived as valuable. Now let's look at another tool, the likability tool. This tool, if you add this to your tool belt, will open up doors for you. People don't tell you this, but it's true. Likability, quiet as kept, plays a major role in promotions and a person moving up in the company. People don't say this often, but that nature that you have in you to find alliance and to find favor for people you like, it's common. Think about the game for a second. Who on the game, what player on that video game on Mario 3 is chosen the most? Mario, by and large. And there's a reason that is. They created that character to be more likable. And that's what you gotta do for yourself. You gotta figure out how to be more likable. How do you do that? Well, you gotta network. Don't just go to work and just leave. You don't interact with anybody. You gotta come outside of your space, come outside of your desk, come outside of your cube or wherever you sit and socialize. And I'm not saying that's all you do is fraternize all day, but you become sociable. When they have network events, go and socialize with people. Let them know that you're vested and that you're inside this corporation. People will start deeming you a little bit more likable. Another thing that you can do besides networking is become a team player. People that are integrated with their team, they have the respect and gain trust amongst their peers, are always likable. So that's another thing that you can do. Let's look at another tool, adaptability. Adaptability is important because things are constantly changing. With companies changing the way they are or acquiring other companies the way they are, management, positions, everything is getting shifted. You may be in one spot one day with one or two duties this day, and you may be required to do a little bit more or do less or move to a different position altogether. These things right here don't feel so good, but the people that are able to be successful and rise are people that are adaptable. So take for instance in the video game. When you're on that waterboard, you can go down there and be Mario swimming, just regular Mario. But when Mario has on that frog suit, it's a better player. He's able to do more things. He's adapted to that environment. And the same is true of all the other stages that you'll see in that video game. He has to adapt to those levels, and he has things that make him that way. You have to develop that technique to be adaptable. Okay, so now that we looked at some foundational tools as it relates to careers, let's flip the coin and let's look at some of the life side. So one of the first things I always tell people to live the life that you want to live, you got to be able to manage your time effectively. A lot of people out here, sometimes some people, they complain about their time and not having enough time. What I've commonly found out about those type of folks is they're poor managers of their time. This week I put out an Instagram post that said, I minimize time wasting. How do I do that? At the end of the day, I write down what it is I need to accomplish the next day, the lot of time that I'm gonna have for that, and what all, just the little nuances and details. And I put everything together so when I'm going through the next day, I'm not sitting up there thinking like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, what else do I gotta do? It's already there for me. So I'm not wasting time by trying to figure it out on the fly. I already know. Okay, so one of the last tools I want to look at is celebrating your wins. It's important to take time out to celebrate because you go through so much life, you do so many things that reward is always needed. Look at the game. Every time Mario completes a stage or a level, he's rewarded. Every time he does a little, he defeats a small castle, he's rewarded. Then when he beats the big castle, bigger reward. So you got to apply that type of thinking to your life. There's no sense in working hard and getting any level of success that you want in life and you don't do anything with it. You don't have an enjoyment with it. I believe in having enjoyment in my life. It's important. And I think you should too. So celebrate your wins, big or small. I don't know if you passed the test. Celebrate your win. You got to a point where your credit just rose up. Celebrate your win. You got you a new promotion at your job. Celebrate your win. Your daughter or your kid did this and that in school and it's a big deal. Celebrate that. On whatever level that you think is feasible or accurate for that moment, celebrate it. Take some time out to enjoy life. Can't always be serious, right? So what are some takeaways from today's video? 1, make yourself more valuable. 2, the likability factor is real. I know people don't tell you this, but I'm telling you, being likable is going to change your life. Adaptability, things change so much in careers and everything else in this world. The world just moves fast now. Being able to be adaptable is going to help you out. Have that adaptability factor. When it comes to your life, you want to manage your time, minimize time wasting. And then lastly, you want to celebrate your wins. Get victories, feel rewarded for the things that you've been through and the things that you've done in your life. At the end of the week, do something to, at the end of the day, whatever it is, reward yourself. Now, as I told you, like growing up, I didn't have a lot of things. I wasn't able to afford a lot of things given the circumstances. But Mario, the game, had a strategy book out that taught you about the game, a cheat code book that kind of helped you navigate through the game by making minimal mistakes and finding opportunities that lied within the game. Now, I didn't have that, so I had to learn the hard way. And the same thing can be said about my life. But what I want to do is share with you guys my experiences, my techniques that I do that can provide you with that same strategy guide that I wish I had when I was young growing up. That's what this is. So, with that being said, next week's video will be about investments in yourself. I went down to a conference in Florida, so I'll definitely share that with you. But moving forward, in addition to some of the videos I already have lined up, I want to know what you want to hear about. What do you want to know about your career or your life that I could give you guidance or give you advice or go find out for you and then share with you? I want to give you the most value out of your time for watching this video. And the best way I can do that is by you letting me know what you want to see. So drop some comments or contact me, send me a message of some sort through social media or whatever, and I will get back to you and I will put out the type of videos that you deem valuable. So hey, I want you guys to enjoy your week, have a good time, have a good day, get those wins in, celebrate your wins, and yeah, make more, live more. I'm out.